Elastoproxy blog discussion. My name is Justin Gosnell. I'm the marketing coordinator here at Elastoproxy. Today I'm joined with my colleague, Roberto Nacarado, who's the sales and marketing manager at Elastoproxy. Today,
Mr. Justin,
hey Rob, how's it going?
very good. Yourself?
Doing good, doing good. So today we're seeing a lot happening in the supply chain. We're seeing a lot of challenges coming up with getting inventory and products in. So today we're going to discuss and build around the this week's blog topic about forecast sharing and how it makes businesses smarter, creates
Absolutely.
smart businesses. So um, with everything that's been happening in the supply chain, with the supply chain shortages, stockouts, delays, strikes. What are some of the things that businesses that we're starting to see businesses here at Elastoproxy starting to roll out with us? There's one big key element that we're seeing that really leverages and pushes customers, our customers especially, up and above the challenges currently with the supply chain. Um, so some of those things I'm today we're going to discuss those. What are you seeing in the supply chain industry, Rob?
So what we're seeing out there on the web, especially, a lot of news media covering supply chain shortages. You're hearing about it from our customers, and I think the media is doing a great job in terms of showcasing it and putting such a negative spin. I'm not saying there's something positive about it at all. It is a challenge. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It is a challenge. However, what we're trying to push a lot of our customers, and they're starting to see as well, is by sharing their forecast. So forecasting with their partners, i.e., their suppliers. It's helping. Uh, it's helping smoothen, let's say, smooth the road when it comes to supplying goods for their production lines. Right, a lot of our customers are on a production line type of manufacturing, so they need parts at a certain or specific time. Rewind back before the pandemic, just in time was the flavor, right? Everyone was just about just in time, and understandably so. They wanted to maximize their space more for production than just to warehouse a ton of product or raw material. And it also reduces their or improves, let's say, their cash flow at the end of the day, right? So they're making more money. Fast forward to today, or let's go back to today. The challenge of just in time is there, right? Like you mentioned before, the port strikes, lead times with suppliers going haywire. Even though you're local here in North America, you're still looking at extremely long lead times. You're importing from Europe or overseas, you're adding even more of a challenge there. So um, that's what we're seeing a lot of today.
That's big. That's big. Now, I guess you mentioned some great points touching on forecasting, blanket orders, and even scheduling releases based on assembly builds and requirements for production lines. So, what are some of the benefits of clients who do provide their forecasts?
So the benefits, Justin, that's a great question. So a lot of customers have the ability to forecast because they'll either use an ERP system, an enterprise resource planning software, or an MRP system, which is a material resource planning software. But we do have customers that don't have access to these types of software. So, but they have a really great system built with Excel. And but what happens here is that uh, they're not aware that a company like us, for example, can take this information and we can plug it into our ERP system and our MRP system because we have both, and able to see and anticipate a wave coming in. So uh, that's the advantage, is that it doesn't matter how the format is. It could be a Word document, it could be an Excel sheet, it could be a napkin, which I hope they don't, but let's say, but it could be any way of communicating that, hey, there's a wave coming. Communicate that in. And there's some manufacturers that have They're able to block the production for the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. So that's, the further out that they can block, the better for us it is. So the benefits here is that we dramatically reduce the lead times. Your first order, I'm not going to sit here and lie, your first order will be a longer one, but once that is done, the rest is all going to be at a normal lead time. We can actually go back to a 3 to 4 week because we know what's coming up, so we can order in anticipation of. The chances of stockouts drops as well because they won't be able to. There's going to be always stock available, right? Because we're going to be able to see. Do we have to? We might in the past we'd be able to turn inventory 3, 4, 5, 6 times, but maybe now we'll only turn inventory 2 or 3 times, so that we'll always have stock in there. But we could still take advantage of which is the third point, is the volume discounts, because we know what's coming. We know that you're going to be ordering X amount of pieces throughout the year, so we could take a look at the estimated annual usage that you have and be able to use that as an advantage as volume discounts.
That's huge. That's huge. Those are 3 great benefits. Huge time savings, shorter lead times, fewer stockouts, and the volume discounts. That's smart. That's smart.
That's smart business. Exactly.
That's good. Very good. Well, I have to say, with all of Elastoproxy's customers recently, we are starting to see an increase in forecast sharing, and we're starting to understand forecast demand, and with that, we're able to provide on demand as well, which is huge. So we're seeing a lot of that right now. If you're interested in learning more, you can check out this week's blog about forecast sharing. I'll put the link in the description of the video.
Absolutely.
And thank you again, Rob, for joining us this morning and discussing this week's blog. And yeah, appreciate it. Looking forward to next week. So
absolutely, you took the words right out of my mouth, Justin.
Great minds think alike.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Justin, for having me on.
Thank you.